fans, welcome to the Who Universe News here as we we finally got our first DVD announcement for Doctor Who in 2023 since the Blu-ray announcements that we've had earlier in the year. Well, the good news is that one of the rumors were true. The fact that the Underwater Menace will be getting animated in 2023. This is obviously due to the fact that obviously originally it was originally meant to get animated in 2014, but then they kind of postponed it, and then they released it telestep reconstructions due to the fact that, well, some sort of issue happened at the time that prevented it from not getting animated. But luckily enough, it will finally get animated for the 60th anniversary. It's going to come out as a 2-disc set for the DVD release. There'll be a 2-disc set coming out where you'll be able to get obviously the story, and obviously and of course it's going to have some great, so these are basically how the discs are going to run for this release. So obviously we have the main disc, which is going to contain the animations of episodes 1 and 4 in both color and black and white. Disc 2, however, has got the telestep reconstructions of episodes 1 and 4 and the actual original recordings of the episodes 2 and 3 from 1967 that will be a part of this release, as well as some new documentaries one of them called A Fish and Tale. There's going to be an Australian censor clips, A Man from Midtown, which is, I believe that's another documentary. There's also a Phaser Hyde's introduction of episode 2 from the original VHS release. There's also a BBC News report from Southern South Today, as well as a BBC Radio Soul piece. Radio Soul piece that's an audio only release piece of content that's going to be a part of this release, as well as a photo gallery, an animation gallery, and PDF materials that are all going to be a part of this release when it releases in November of 2023. So yes, Doctor Who The Underwater Menace gets its animation treatment release in November for everyone to get as part of the 60th anniversary, which is very interesting. They're waiting till November to release this because, while we did hear from the Daily Mirror that we were supposed to be getting the Smugglers as well as the Underwater Menace, so it seems like the Smugglers might not be releasing this year now. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but it just seems a bit odd, doesn't it? The fact that we haven't had any Smugglers confirmation for a DVD release this year, but I'm sure we'll find out something very soon if indeed it is still coming in 2023. So that's one announcement that we had today. Also, we had another major announcement that came today regarding the fact that Doctor Who's going to be having a celebration musical concert called Doctor Who at 60, a musical celebration that's going to be coming to BBC Radio 2 in the autumn. And basically this program is to feature music from the show, including New Who and Classic Who music that will be a part of this collection. So basically music from the BBC Radio Radiophonic Workshop, as well as music from Murray Gold, Sung Gil, which is the previous composer who just left, as well as Dudley Simpson, Paddy Kingsland, and Ron Gardner, who's also one of the original composers of the original theme. As well as some special guests, including Russell T Davies and Murray Gold, are going to also be appearing as part of this 60th anniversary musical celebration that's coming to BBC Radio 2 this autumn. So be sure to look out for this sometime this autumn when BBC celebrates 60 years of Doctor Who as a special concert to be transmitted on Radio 2 this year. Now, as well as that, we did find out that Jodie Whittaker is going to be starring in a drama very soon, which is going to be rolling out on Netflix, which is titled Toxic Town. And this is a part of her this is basically you could say, one of her first projects since leaving Doctor Who, and this will be rolling out well, obviously they haven't said when, but it's going to be going into production later this month. So this is probably going to be rolling out in 2024. So I thought I would let you guys know that, hey, Jodie Whittaker is going to be doing a new Netflix drama that's going to be rolling out probably sometime in 2024, which will also feature Robert Carley from The Full Monty. which is pretty cool. And then there's also going to be a illustrated novelization of Rose, which is going to be releasing this autumn, which is basically a new storybook of Doctor Who's return from 2005. That's now going to be turned into a book that will be releasing releasing this autumn, which is going to be really cool. Also, Doctor Who magazine has a special issue looking at action figures from 2005 to 2013, which you can take a look at if you can now pick up as a special issue, which also takes a look at the 9th to the 14th Doctor figures that have come out over the last few years, which is really, really cool. And more importantly, we also had some updates regarding BBC iPlayer, where they're going to make things rapidly available. So they're going to be releasing things a lot more quicker on demand, as well as reducing the latency for the live programming to around 60 seconds. But they do have plans to drop it even lower than 60 seconds in the coming months, which is good news. So hopefully it will get closer to the TV broadcast, which means that if you're planning to watch Doctor Who live through BBC iPlayer, it should be hopefully the service will be a lot more improved when it comes to the transmission of the 60th anniversary. So hopefully by the time we get to November, BBC iPlayer will have a much better live streaming experience. And obviously the episodes are going to be available a lot more quicker than usual, which is going to be really good. So yeah, with that said, really, that is basically all the announcements that we've got right now until we hear otherwise about the 60th anniversary specials. So at this time, we're kind of anticipating news regarding the 60th anniversary and regards Ncuti Gatwa's debut to Doctor Who. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you then.